welcome back to DubyaCast. Ever since I watched the 1991 documentary and learned that the Big W scenes were filmed just a walking distance away from my house, I've longed for that gate to open for me, to see the wonder and beauty of the park as it was in the movie, to see the symbol of unattainable wealth and hope that the Big W represents, and to truly feel special in the Mad World lexicon. The documentary showed the property looking better than it did even in the movie. There was one palm tree left, and I just had to see and touch it myself. So I wrote the owners a letter. I waited a week. I waited another week. I began to forget. I interviewed Danny Lee and found my spot in Mad World history. 2 more weeks passed. And one day, having all but forgotten the gatehouse, I was coming out of a rehearsal for my Anything Goes musical when my mom said, "Well, Price, I got good news and I've got bad news." And I said, "What's the bad news?" She said something like, "Dad's not bringing home pizza tonight." Now, I, rather unfazed, said, "What's the good news?" She said, "You got a date at the gatehouse." Without further ado, I fell over. The gate would open for me, so now I'm packing. I got my camera, my tripod, my souvenir program, and my blue button-down shirt. And you know something? I got a feeling that today, everything's coming my way. And so we arrived, but my hopes of a perfectly manicured dell of grass and flowers were kind of let down, for here is what I found behind the gate. Alright, so it's not what it used to be. It's still beautiful though. I immediately put together my tripod and set about finding the Big W. So there you have it. The Big W is no more. It is now a little comma. And Santa Rosita State Park has faded too. It was once a beautiful and rare oasis of greenery. It is now an average, if large, backyard. But it's nice to know it still exists. After all, if it was an actual city park, no doubt it would have been demolished by now to become somebody's heavily landscaped backyard. So here's to its future restoration and many more years of existence to come. But before I get myself into a sugar high, it's time for the DubyaCast comment question of the day, which is, if you could visit the property, what would you do there? Make sure to leave your answer in the comment section below, and thanks for watching DubyaCast! And, of course, don't forget to like DubyaCast on Facebook for lots of extra photos of my trip to the Big W.